Good morning, everyone. We just had a thunderstorm here. Good morning. We just had a thunderstorm here. So, hello, just a chill guy. Good morning to Sunday. We'll be doing a reading from the Bible today, as usual. We usually start at 6 o'clock, but I hear that not too many people will be up early. How are you today? Do you have any plans for today? Where are you at? What's the weather like where you are? I don't know if you've been here before, but birds are singing. Hello, Sanja. How are you today? Thanks for hitting the like button. Appreciate that. We just had a thunderstorm here, and clouds are starting to disperse. You could see, if you look real close, you can see them moving away from where the sun is trying to peek through. Rained pretty hard, and there was thunder rolling in and everything, so looks like it's going to clear up a little bit here. The birds are happy because you probably can find worms easier now. Can you guys hear me okay? Just a chill guy, can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay now? Hello, Vignesh. Good morning. Can you hear me okay? Thank you. It is very beautiful. We just had a thunderstorm roll through, thunder and lightning, and birds are happy. They're getting their worms. Great, great. I just got this microphone, and it's my third one I'm trying. Sunday morning here at about 6:15 a.m. What time is it where you're at, Vignesh? Is it morning there? Thanks for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. 4 p.m. Oh, your day's almost over. Did you have a good day so far, Vignesh? Am I saying your name properly? Oh, it's really clearing up now. Looks like I thought it was supposed to rain all day. Where are you, Vignesh? Where are you viewing us from? My dogs are having a tantrum because I came out here. They have separation anxiety. All right. We have 2 more minutes and we'll see where we are with everybody getting here. Yesterday I started and then everybody started popping in. We had to go over it again. So we'll just wait a couple more seconds here. Family reunion will be held. Don't you love how people don't respect other people's religion? I don't. It's just horrible. Horrible. Hello, the family. Good morning to you. Happy Sunday. I'm in Pennsylvania here, and we just had a thunderstorm, and the sky is clearing up. So I'm not sure if it's going to keep clearing up, but they're saying that it's supposed to rain all day. So I don't know. All right, I'm going to get started. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate you. The family, can you hear me okay? Just trying to see if this microphone is working here. very humid after the rain. It doesn't cool things down here. It just heats them up even more. Not necessarily hot, it's just very humid. So, all right. One last time. Can everybody hear me? Anybody want to respond yes or no, please? Greatly appreciate. And again, I appreciate everyone who hits the like button. Okay. Thank you, Vignesh. I'm sorry I keep asking, but this week has been a horrible week for the internet skipping, and I don't know. I think it's YouTube because I've been watching a lot of other channels, and they said that they're having trouble with the internet too. And what's her name? I know her first name, but I don't know her channel name. But she was on live last night too, and it was doing that skipping thing where it says the same thing over and over. So she had to switch and put a new live on. So, okay, so tranquility. My serenity creates me a tranquil world within me. The journey to peace is an inner one, which means serenity can be mine whenever I choose it. Even if I feel as though situations or emotions are out of control around me, I can give myself a moment to get my bearings and sail along on the ocean of peace that moves within me. As I do, I drift peacefully into the stillness of spirit, serene and relaxed. These tranquil moments are such a gift, not only to me, but also to those whose lives touch mine. I pray my relaxed demeanor inspires others to pause and regain their composure in the face of upset or conflict. Good morning, LA, and good morning, Otto. Good morning. I'm just starting the reading on tranquility because it's so tranquil after the thunderstorm we had here. It's so calm. And I practice the presence of God and know deep, lasting peace. I bring this peace with me wherever I go and enjoy quiet contentment as I watch it grow. Better is a handful with quiet than two handfuls with toil and a chasing after wind. And it's from Ecclesiastes. So it says, better is a handful with quiet than two handfuls with toil and chasing after wind. It says, do you believe we are trapped in hell here on earth? Honest question. No, I don't. I don't believe we're trapped in hell. It's all in how you look at it. It's all in your perspective, honey. That's Are you talking about the things in your life are just going awry and um, you feel like you're in hell because everything's all confused in your life? Is that what you're talking about? Because you said it's an honest question. You're not being a troll here, correct? Because I won't tolerate that with my religion. I just won't. But if you're being honest, we can chat about that. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for coming, honey, with your wrench. Um, so, LA, are you being sincere or that's why you asked? Okay. Well, I don't believe that. If you do, I don't know what to tell you, but you need to pray on it. Sure. Sure, Cal. Oh, Otto, you also create content? What kind of content do you have, honey? I'll check you out in your channel. Yes, Kelly, that would be great. Thank you so much, Kelly. I'm so glad you're here. I have to send you a really nice gift because you always got my back, man. I'd love to have you as a partner in school. You're very helpful. So we were talking about tranquility, and Otto says, we'll leave a comment on your long video. Okay. Um, Ashley says, calm before the storm. Yeah, well, now we have calm after the storm here. Yeah. And the sun is coming out, but now it's moving. You can see the clouds. On days like this, if you look real close, you can see the clouds just guiding away. But there's really not, even if I move the camera, there's nothing. I had the camera out in the yard yesterday. If you watched yesterday's episode, it was a beautiful sunrise. Beautiful. Um, but so God's joy is my joy forever. Messages about the importance of being happy seem to be everywhere. But how can I be happy when personal challenges or worldly matters weigh me down? How true is that, huh? Remembering my spiritual identity, I do not despair when happiness seems beyond my reach. In those moments, I turn to joy. Happiness may be fleeting, but joy is divine, a part of God and a part of me. Joy is deep and unwavering, unaffected by what is happening in my life or in the world. I don't have to seek it. I need only claim it. My joy is anchored in my faith that God is my source and my guide. Always present in every situation, however difficult, I appreciate moments of happiness, but my steadfast joy in God sustains me. I have said these things to you so that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be complete. That's from John 15, verse 11. I'll read that again. I have said these things to you so that my joy may be in you, and that your joy may be complete. So we're in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Joel. Um, so when we have different things in our lives, um, we have to turn to God and grab his hand. Just like the other day when we were reading about climbing that mountain, and God says, life isn't going to be, just like a flat path, easy. No, it's going to be trials and tribulations. And it's all in how we look at it, all in our perspective on how we handle these situations when they come up. So that's what makes us stronger. And you know what, guys? That's what makes us into the people that we become as we grow older. So I'm 60 years old, and I had a lot of things happen in my life, which a lot of people can't believe that I went through. And sometimes I talk about them on here, and sometimes I don't. But there's a lot of things that people that know me in my real life on here on YouTube that tell me I should write a book, because there's so many things that people could learn from what I had done and how I responded to it. And it wasn't always positive how I responded, but I am not a vindictive person. Um, most of my problem is being too hard on myself. I don't know how many of you there are too hard on yourself, where you feel like everything is your fault, no matter what it is, it's your fault. And I'm learning not to do that, and I'm learning self care. And that's part of the challenge I have, and Kelly's part of my challenge. It's called Project Me, Healthier Lifestyle, Happier Me. And it's not all about what you eat, because it's not a special diet. We just want to choose things that are healthier to eat and portion size and that. But it's also self care and how we talk to ourselves, because there is a thing called self talk. And self talk can be very destructive um, to yourself. It's how you talk to yourself, the things you think when you do something, that is silly or it messes up something. You have to learn to accept that and move on, not just keep beating yourself up. Like yesterday, I was talking about how I had packed up everything. My husband and I sold our house we had for 30 years to go to Idaho to help the migrant children from Mexico. And It was a big bust because I got myself really far in debt by doing that. My house didn't sell for very much because I was in such a hurry to get there. And I took any bid on my house and I went there. But my son says that I shouldn't be so negative about it because that was part of me. And that was, if I didn't go, then I would always be, I wonder what would happen if I had gone. What would, so it's always the what ifs with me. So I'm really working on the self-talk. Mel Robbins has a book too. I believe it's High Five or something like that. Good morning, Clint. Hey, welcome back, honey. I appreciate you. We're talking about tranquility, joy in our lives, not being hard on ourselves. I was just telling them, as a quick recap for you, Clint, we had a thunderstorm here with the thunder and the lightning, and now it was like a little sunrise thing there going on, but the clouds are moving over. So, hi, Mike. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. Good to see you. Hey, I knew that Lucy was your landlord's dog, but you always take a walk with her. Hello, Charles Moore. How are you? We were just talking about. I just read a few lines from the Bible. Vignesh, I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Oh, thank you, Clint. I'm glad you're here too. And then we are talking about joy, and then I had talked about self-talk is a very a very real thing that can sabotage you. Mike says doing good, editing some drum footage for upcoming videos while having coffee. How are you? I'm doing all right. It's not hot out. It's just really humid. Do you ever get days like that? Ugh, it feels like you have a bag over your head. Just so humid. But uh, I had to come out through the front door because usually you know how I sneak out through the garage because my dogs have separation anxiety, and I come up through the front here so they don't start their howling because I have 3 basset hounds. And so luckily the Hubs is in there and he is controlling them for the most part. So, I'll just continue with this here. It says, I place my trust in God and find harmony in my life and in the world. Harmony surrounds me, just like the joy does. It's all in how we accept it from God. I find it in the evolution of planet Earth, through the changing seasons and the interdependency in the natural world. These reminders help me fill me with hope that as my life and my world continue to change, and sometimes it's scary and in scary ways, harmony is also possible. Just as I understand nature moves toward harmony, I believe the desire for harmony is in every human heart. Rather than feeling pessimistic about the future, I hold on to feelings of hope and peace and the belief that harmony is possible, even when I feel it's far, far, far away. In prayer, I claim harmony for myself, my dear ones, and all others, and our precious earth home. I affirm God is with us and within us. Harmony is ours. Amen. And you will have confidence because there is hope. And that's from Job 11:18. And you will have confidence because there is hope. Well, I certainly hope so because I need that in my life because that's one of the things that I lack um, in my life. So um, I have to learn along with the self-talk. Mike, I'm making you a moderator. Um, so doing doing things to I'm a hot mess, people, okay? I'm just a hot mess. Hey, thanks for hitting that like button, guys. I appreciate that. Um, when you hit the like button, it's like giving me a big hug, and you know that you appreciate me, and I appreciate that. So, Clint says, Kelly, you still there? Um, okay, we only write in English here. So if you cannot write in English, I'm sorry. We're in America and I can't understand what you're writing. So if Kelly wants to take care of that, that's wonderful. Kelly says we're all a hot mess. And is that Nate or Nat? Says good morning from NEPA. I'm not sure what that is. I'm sorry for my ignorance. I don't know what that is. And Kelly says, I am. Hi, Clint. So I'm just trying to get myself into this whole challenge thing because I know it's really important for myself. And I'm so lucky that I have viewers or subscribers that want to do this with me because I really need the support. And Kelly's a big supporter. Um, um, let's see. Clint says, Kelly, how are you doing this morning? YouTube Cody says, gave me a minute. Gave me a minute. Northeastern Pennsylvania. That's where you're from, Nat? Charlene says, hi. Hi, Charlene. How are you this morning, honey? Jacob says, hello from Vegas. Hello. I'm popping. I am popping right now. What do you mean you're popping? This is a religion channel, so I hope you're not being nasty, and I take great offense from my religion being like that, but can you please explain? Kelly says, I'm doing well. How are you, Clint? And Charlene says, good. You're from England. Okay. I know lots of people from England. And Charles says, hello again from Louisiana. Awesome. And oh, you just got done with your live stream? Okay. Okay. What kind of content do you do, honey? Josh says, hi. I love this live. Thank you, Josh. You're from Australia. All right. Such a beautiful, beautiful place. Kelly, that's great. I'm okay, just relaxing. So Clint, was that you that was going camping? Was that you that was packing up to go camping yesterday? I can't remember. Somebody was going camping. Name a car for edit. DJ Jog, I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about religion, not cars. I'm sorry. I think this is the wrong channel. Yeah. So, um, no, I totally lost my train of thought because I'm 60 years old and I cannot stay on one thing. But yeah, I was just wondering if that was Clint. No, it wasn't you? Okay. Cody says, I do fishing and game. Okay. Jesus does love us. But if it wasn't for God, I don't know where I would be because of all the trials and tribulations I've had in my life. And some were very serious. Some, I was just things that disrupted my life for a little bit. This is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And we just had a storm, but the sun's trying to peek through. So I try to have a positive perspective. And what I was talking about was my challenge that I have with some of the girls, mostly girls right now, on our challenge on my channel. And it's called Project Me, Healthier Lifestyle, Happier Me. And like I said, it's not like a diet. We are, trying to watch what we eat, get our water in, and get 30 minutes of exercise at least. You can do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 in the afternoon. What are some other things we're doing? Taking care of ourselves, I've been a caregiver for most of my life. It started when I was about 9.5, 10 years old. My mom had a baby, and that's my sister, and she had to work, so I had to take care of her. And back then, guys, there was no disposable diapers. It was cloth diapers. So I had to clean those things, and that was not fun. But anyway, my sister and I were very close, but um, in fact, she called me Mama Sally while she was growing up, and then her kids eventually called me that. So she has 8 kids now, but she's upset with me and hasn't talked to me in years. So, that happens in your life, but it's hard. Cody says, I am from New Mexico. I am from South Canada. Oh, cool. That's a big difference. Big lot of traveling. It's like me. Uh, I went from Pennsylvania all the way over to Idaho, and that was like a 4-day trip with my 3 basset hounds in tow. So, but they were really good, even when we stayed at a hotel. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate that. And thanks for hitting the like button. I appreciate that, guys. So I think it's going to storm again, but um, I try my best to have positive talk, but I did read a book by Mel Robbins, and all of her books are really good. I think it was called The High Five or something like that. Um, she also has one that's called 5 4 3 2 1. What is that one? Where you have to make a decision to do something and you can't change your mind. Like approach your boss for a raise, or you know, tell someone you have a crush on them or something. Like something like that. You just say 5 4 3 2 1 is supposed to build your confidence in yourself. So I lack confidence and self esteem, so I work on that. Hi, Hamid. How are you? Welcome back, honey. I appreciate you coming back. Um, but Kelly's in it with me, and Kelly is so awesome. She made us a Facebook channel, and sorry if I'm embarrassing you, Kelly. Um, but Kelly helped me so much with this channel. She's a teacher. I used to be a kindergarten teacher, and she's a pre-K teacher, and she's awesome. She is really awesome, and she's in Virginia, and I am in Pennsylvania. What am I up to today, Clint? I have a man coming. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about last winter. Um, I didn't have a furnace all winter. It just kaput, and my husband and I had to use um, she's a girl that's on here, Kelly. Kelly is a girl that's one of my subscribers, and I was referring to her. I'm sorry, Cody. I should have been more clear about that. Um, so a guy is coming. Another guy told me I needed $15,000 to get a new furnace unit and air conditioning. Now we had space heaters all last winter and part of the winter before, because it's pretty cold in the winter here. Low, like the high of 20. But we survived, and we don't have a fireplace or anything like that, so we had space heaters. And I went on Marketplace, is a good place to buy used things, but you got to be careful with that. But we made it through that, and it wasn't easy. And I always tell my family, where did we just get around all the heaters, just like people when they gather around the fire pit and sing Kumbaya. But it's rough. It's rough today. People, especially people that are retired, you don't make much money on that. But this guy is coming today, and hopefully he won't tell me $15,000, because I don't have $15,000 to get a new heating unit for my house. So he's supposed to come today. He is one of the workers, one of the people that work for the company that Daryl hired for the air conditioning for his, where my husband works, his new building. So maybe they'll give us a good deal, and I just hope he knows what he's doing. Hi, Paula. Hi, excuse me. So, yeah, that he's coming today, and I have a ton of laundry. My husband puts his laundry in there on Fridays, and I'm just like, jeez, I wish he would bring it during the week, but at least he brings it down for me. Um, let's see. Clint says, Kelly, okay, cool. I'm going to go to church. And if the rain holds off, I'm going to finish mowing. Okay. Clint, you're in what? Did you say Louisiana? No. What did you say? You're in Pennsylvania too? I'm trying to get to know all of you guys. And let's see. Yeah, I hope the rain holds off for you too. But we do need the rain. Yeah, I had that young kid cut my grass. You're in Pennsylvania too. Yeah, well it rained here, honey. It rained here hard. How far are you, Clint, from Pittsburgh? Oh, Charles. Okay, Charles is from Louisiana. Maybe I should start keeping a notebook. Remember all this. Okay, Louisiana. How's the weather in Louisiana? Yes, Cody, I see you want to be a mod. I just met you today, so a mod has a bit of power to. Okay, thank you, Mrs. Paula. I'm too nice, Mrs. Paula. Clint says, "Thanks, Kelly. Me too. If it rains, maybe I'll have to take a road trip to see you, Kelly." Well, Kelly has kids. I'm not sure if she's still married, but she has children. Um, she's rather busy. Um, okay, Charles, kind of rainy, but it's slowed down. Yep, yep. Clint says, Sally, I'm like 5 hours away. So are you towards Harrisburg, Clint, or are you towards Philadelphia? I drove to Philadelphia. I drove to Philadelphia years ago. I had another YouTube channel, and all of us our community got along so well. And we all met. There was about 50 of us. Okay. And then we met in Philadelphia because that's where Tom was. He has since passed away, God rest his soul. But we all met there where he lived, and he was going to show us all around Philadelphia, which was oh my gosh, it was such a good time. Um, well, I have pictures of it and everything, but we all met. We rented the hotel. I think it was a Holiday Inn. We had like the dance place, where they have the music at the club, the nightclub at the time. And then we had the restaurant. We had a room for, getting to know her, meet and greet, because we only met each other online. So it was really cool doing that. So Mrs. Paula and Kelly, maybe sometime we can do that, huh? Like in the next year or so. I'd have to save money because I don't have any because I'm trying to get a furnace right now. But that would be something to look forward to after we get our lives together in our Project Me. And Clint says, I'm like an hour and a half from Harrisburg, south, and an hour from Philly. Oh, okay. So um, that would be fun. Let's do it. But I don't know what kind of area you would like to go to since it's all girls. I know that somebody said, one of my other friends from on here, but she's not in this community, she said that she went on these cruises. She just went on her second or third cruise to Alaska, and her name's Jess. And she took her little girl this time, and they saw a lot of interesting things. My girlfriend, you had a sugar bin yesterday, got a restart today. Yeah, you know what, Paula? Yeah. Um, I might lose this week because I can't eat anything because of this tooth. Now I got to get another root canal. I might be meeting one of my longtime YouTube friends this weekend, trying to work that out. So they live near you. Okay. Make sure it's a public place. I know you say longtime friend, but just be careful, Kel, okay? Anything happen to you. Um, yes, restart. We all mess up. Don't let one day turn into two or more. Right. Just like that thing I put up. When are we going to do things? We're going to do this, and if we get this done, da da da. That's my life. It is. Okay. Just you be careful. I know you said you've known her, but um, Kelly, so I guess that wouldn't be a good idea with you being married. Nope, 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 Clint. But you know what, Clint? I have mostly guy friends in my life. Uh, and my husband's cool with that because they've been my friends before I even met him. My best friend from high school, which is like what, almost 50 years now, we've been not 50, let's see how many, about 45 years we've been friends. And boy, we did a lot of shenanigans together. Um, so you can have guy friends because my mom always thought that we were dating, but we weren't. My friend Danny is just my best friend, and sometimes I wonder why because he's very moody lately since he turned 60. He's one of those people that are very vain, and he worries about aging and things like that. So, um, and Charles Morris says, "Love you guys. Going back to sleep with the live playing." All right, there, kiddo. You have a wonderful day. All right. God bless. Um, so anyway, we've done a lot of things. We went on job interviews together, but um, somebody else was talking about on their live. Um, who was I watching? They were talking about getting older and things like that, and how you know oh, I know, it was Spice, driving with Spice. She's a dasher. Late last night I was watching her, and she was talking about how a lot of her friends parents are dying, like their mothers that were like a mom to them, like a second mom. You know how your friend's mom can be that when you hang out there a lot. Well, I said, well, wait till you get to be my age when your friends are starting to pass away, because I've already, since I started my YouTube channel, I've already lost two of my really, really close best friends. Um, in fact, one passed away just from, he went to um, the dentist, got his wisdom teeth out, and some kind of allergic reaction or medication or something, and he had a heart attack and passed away. So that was a big sting to my heart, and I still miss him because my friend Vinny, he was my friend from high school, and we shouldn't have been friends. Like, we were friends outside of high school because he was one of those uh, little womanizers and had all the girls and things like that, and he would never. We weren't in the same crowd, in other words, and so, we became so close. And you know what? One thing about him, he always treated me like a lady. Like, he never, all of my friends that I hung out with, all the guys, they did never swore in front of me or anything because I was this little Catholic girl. And good morning, Yvonne. I'm doing okay today. Um, but anyway, he passed away. Not just really, I was very close with his mom and dad. That's where I grew up. Like, a lot of my young adulthood, his mom would let us use the garage and we would have parties, but she knew that we were mature and, you know, there was underage drinking, but, we never like tore up their house and stuff. Where when my son would have friends over and they weren't drinking, but they were just kind of little brats, and they would, pretty much destroy things in the house, and it's just very disrespectful to my husband. I mean, I said, Matt, I just can't have these kids over here because when you hang out with certain people, you start to act like them. Maybe just their mannerisms or their attitude. You got to be careful with that. But how I got on that tangent, I don't know. Oh, about having male friends. That's why I was, yeah. But Vinny was my friend that at 3 o'clock in the morning I could call him and I can talk to him. Do you know what I mean? We would talk all night long. And he idolized Daryl and I being married for so long, and because he never had a relationship, and because he was always with some other girl, a different girl all the time. But he would always speak very highly of us, and Daryl respected him as well. But I was due to go down to see him this summer, but he passed away right before his birthday in April. His birthday was in May, beginning of May, and he was thinking about he had a condo there in South Carolina, and he was telling me all about the house that he wanted to get. So, but that's why we're not promised tomorrow, guys. That's why I started really living my life. I'm do whatever I want on my channel. If people don't like it, then I'm sorry. Goodbye. Just keep swiping. Why do you got to say nasty things? Why do you got to be a troll and like this channel has religion on it. We do readings and stuff. Why you got to say nasty stuff? That's just disrespectful to my religion and to the people here. So I don't go for that at all. And I just don't understand why people. I would never do that. I would never try to hurt somebody. But on my channel, I just I dance. If you think I'm crazy, that's fine. But I had a big thing that we were going to do. I don't know if anybody saw my video I had like 100 subscribers, and I kept putzing and it turned into 120. So I have these balloons and I'm kind of tangled up in these balloons, and I'm just a big freaking goof. And my one son watches some of my stuff, but not all of it. But my older son is just like, whatever. Kelly says, yes, I agree. I did a video recently about hard truths about midlife and talk about health and wellness. Oh, I'll have to check that one out. I've been trying to get, watching Paula, watching, you and Tracy. God love Tracy, but I just love her to death. So I just do whatever I want on there. I mean, what do you call it? I'm not crazy, and I don't do anything like I don't try to get copyrighted, which I always do. But I'm just I just like to make people laugh um, and never at anybody else's expense, as I always say, usually at my expense. My daughter glances at my channel too and offers me advice. That's nice. That's nice. And Kelly says, I don't always follow the niche rule either. No, I don't have one. Sometimes I do a cooking thing. Sometimes I do a skit with my people with the wigs. Uh, some people weren't real appreciative when I had that little short I had those sunglasses on, and then I took them off because the boy was looking through the window of the girl and saw the grandma naked, and my eyeballs popped out. So some people weren't very appreciative of that, but I did that to my husband. I sent that to my husband as a joke, and he's like, "You gotta post that. It's so funny." And he's the one to talk me into it because it wasn't even meant for the channel. So, but whatever. It's just I don't care. Um, but I'm just in awe that have 300 subscribers because I really just do what I do. I'm not, it's like Kelly can identify with this, probably Paula too, because she was a school counselor. But you know how when you get your evaluation at school, I don't know, do it a lot. Sometimes they're surprised. But a lot of the teachers, when they get their scheduled observation from the principal or whatever, evaluation, whatever you call it at your school, and they get like these special lesson plans and everything has to be perfect. And they sometimes I've even seen people rehearse it with their students. And now, how is that showing how you teach? But okay, but I didn't do that. They're like, aren't you nervous? I said, no, I just do what I do. Because if I had to plan it and have a script and things like that, it would just mess up. And the kids are the kids. I need to see how I handle the kids, and I know who the kids are by the time they do an evaluation. Whose personality might be one that's going to be a little bit of a problem. And I hate using the word problem. The rambunctious ones that like to disrupt the classroom for attention. But yeah, so I would just do what I do. So, like my skits that, like the one I just did with the beautician and Daryl was wearing my husband was wearing the yellow wig. That we didn't rehearse that. We didn't have a script or anything. I just said, I want you to wear a yellow wig. And how about putting that, headband on too. And he's the one who made up his character Sarge. I called him Sarge, but he's Serge or Serge or whatever his name was. It was French for Scott. And yeah, we just did that. We just did that. We're completely off hook. That was just a one-time thing. And then the bloopers, we made up the bloopers to have something funny at the end. So I don't think I could ever go on a script, you know. And also, I have trouble with, authority. So, and that has to do with my father being a narcissist. So, I just if someone tells me something, even if I know it's right, I'm just going to do the opposite. So, um, Kelly and Paula, Yvonne, can you guys still hear me, or am I on loop again, skipping? Because I'm having problems with that about this time of the live. My new microphone's working. Am I good? Just want to check. See if I'm just sitting here talking to myself. Thanks for hitting the like button, guys. I really, really appreciate that. Hugs. So, you guys still there? Am I skipping? Can you hear me? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Everything okay here, or am I frozen? Can you guys hear me? Okay. I'm thinking something else went wrong. Someone I was watching last night, they were having skipping too. Oh, okay. You know what? My things weren't coming through. And then all of a sudden I got 15 of them just now. I just got 15 things here. Isn't that weird? But I was watching something beauty. Paula, who's the one that has beauty? They do some kind of cooking. Something beauty. I was on her live last night. You were there too, Paula. What was her name? Anyway, she was having a skipping problem too, and she had started a new live. But I was reading online because I was trying to look up like why do I keep having these problems with the internet? And there must be a bug. Yeah, there's a bug in front of the camera, a fly. So I think it has to do with YouTube because there was several people that were having that problem. My friend Edna on here, she has that problem where it skips and skips. Okay, Clint, have a good day. I'm sorry I'm getting off on a tangent here, but yeah, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you. Cooking Beauty. Yeah, I was on her station last night. And pray for me, Clint. Pray for me. I always appreciate trying. Her name is JoJo. Oh, I love that name. I call my son that. His name is Matthew Joseph, and sometimes I call him JoJo. Bye, Clint. Oh, I forgot what I was saying. I lost my train of thought again. Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Sometime, Clint, we maybe will. Uh, sometime we will meet. Yes, Kelly is beautiful, but you only can admire her from afar. Just kidding. But someday, Clint, maybe I can come and meet you. Just as friends. I love meeting new people. I love learning about new people, and too. I love to talk. So, hey, darn fly, get off of there. That fly doesn't want to get off the camera. Let me get it off of there. Get. All right. I was working on those colorful steps last night, and Sally, I'm gonna jump in the shower. We'll leave you on. Okay, thanks, Paula. But I was working on those colorful steps with the vinyl, like Tracy did. Tracy's a creator as well. She did. I always wanted to do the fronts of the steps in like a rainbow, and so she told me what to buy. I bought the kilns, I bought the acrylic paint, I bought everything, right? And I thought, you know what? That's going to take a long time to paint each step with the kilns, the primer. And then what if we decide to sell the house? I mean, that's going to be on there permanently. So I thought, you know what? I have all this Cricut vinyl, and I had to buy some more of the primary colors. I want to do the primary colors. So I got some of that and I started doing it. Boy, that's like trying to put contact paper on stuff, like on the front of the steps. Oh, but the vinyl is so much easier to work with. It's a lot thicker than contact paper, and it's more like it works with you. It's contact paper is the worst, but I got some more steps done. But doing that, it's like, oh, my muscles in my legs trying to balance myself on a step when I'm not used to using those muscles. Granted, if I go to the gym and use the treadmill, I'm not using those muscles in my legs. But I've been eyeing up the step machine at the gym, but with my knee problem, my left knee being bone on bone, I'm wondering if that would bother it. So I'm gonna try that. Okay, DJ's on. Yvonne, if you want to watch him. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to be going pretty soon too because I got to get ready for the guy. I got to get a shower and stuff and straighten up the laundry and put some stuff away. So, but anyway, Kelly, thank you so much. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, helping me all the time. And you, you are, a gift to me. And I wish I could meet you, and have you um, nearby. I just really, really, I don't want to start crying, but I appreciate all the stuff, that you've done for me and my channel and things like that. And um, you're a good person, and your students are very, very blessed to have you. I wish you lived nearby too, because I have so much stuff. How long have you been teaching, Kelly? I taught for the kindergarten part. I taught for 22 years, but I also taught sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. I taught fourth grade. I've taught every single grade from pre-K to eighth grade, and I will never do eighth grade again. Never. Oh my gosh. I did eighth grade when my older son, was in eighth grade, and I went home and said, if you ever treat your teachers like those kiddos treat me, I'm going to knock you out. That's what my students used to say, because I would do their chocolate milk. I would do Mama gonna or Mrs. Davis gonna knock you out, and I would shake their milk, make it like, I told them I was making it into a milkshake. So I would shake everybody, and I say shake, rattle, and roll, and then they say Mrs. Davis gonna knock you out. So 12 years, but I'm fairly new to the role I'm in now. Yeah, yeah, right. She says she'll never do middle school again. But I have so much stuff that I just don't want to throw it away. I sold like a lot of it last summer. I made about $2,000 on all. I had so many crafts that weren't even open. I mean, I had bins and bins of unopened activities. Um, but I have my special files that are the letters of the alphabet. We would do a letter a week, and I wish I could give those to somebody that I really, really care about, but I don't even know how much that would cost to mail that to you, or if you would even want them. But they're very special to me. So I'll have to email you and see if you want any of that stuff. I can show you pictures and stuff. Now that I have your phone number, did you give me your phone number? I think you did. I can text you that. which, by the way, I got to text you. If you did, I have to text you the picture of the steps so far. I just can't even believe the muscles that are hurt. I didn't even know I had those muscles. Oh my gosh, my legs are so like on the inner thighs. Oh my goodness. So the green I was doing, the green, it just got so messed up, and I just tore it off and crumpled it up and I said, I better take a break. But what was I gonna say? I had it like Roy B. Biv, the like the rainbow is. And I started putting on the yellow as the first one, and I messed up, and it shouldn't have been on that step. And I thought, it's on there so perfect. I'll just change the way it is. So when Maddie, my son, saw it yesterday, he's like, I thought you were doing the rainbow. I'm like, don't say that, because I just finished, I think I did 6 or 7 so far. And, it's been a difficult thing. That one night I was like sweating. Like I was just like trying so hard to make it perfect. But all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. I'll get in touch with you, Kelly, but I just wanted you to know that I appreciate you. And thank you so much, guys, for hitting the like button. That means the world to me. Just like I said, it's like a big old hug saying that you appreciate me and that I'm not a ding dong on here after all. Uh, but yeah, I just really appreciate you guys and Kelly and Paula and everyone. I just really, really care about you all, even though we never met, but we will. We will meet. We will meet. Um, all right. I will talk to you later. Have a great day. And I'm glad I've made it successfully through without any skips as far as I know. And yeah, have a beautiful day.